Hi, and welcome to Summer Skin Over 40, a series that I'm doing. I'm pausing a little bit of makeup in this series to go to something really important with Memorial Day weekend here, and that is all things sunscreen, SPF. We're going to talk about clean SPF that's great for skin over 40, over 50, over 60. And I'm so glad you're here. If you could do me a favor and subscribe. I try to do content for our demographic. That's women over 40 who just want the next part of their life to be the best of their life, right? The rest of the life is the best of the life. So I'm here for you. I'm so happy that you're here. And if you could subscribe, it would really help me out and also show YouTube that we are here on this platform and we want more education for women over 40. Okay, so buckle up. We're gonna learn a lot about sunscreen today. Let's go. Hi, and welcome back to my channel, Clean Beauty Babe. I'm Michelle Spieler, an over 25-year professional makeup artist with even a decade in Hollywood under my belt. I now reside on the East Coast, and I still do television, film, commercial, print, online, YouTube, all the things to help educate women over 40 in all things beauty, and I really enjoy it. I'm a little tired today, I'm gonna be honest. I am working on a huge film, and for those of you over 50, maybe over 40, but specifically over 50, you are gonna remember the book that we all read around 11 or 12 years old. It was kind of our handbook to puberty when back in the 70s and 80s, no one really talked about puberty. And it's Judy Blume's Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. And I'm so fortunate that I get to work on this film because that was such an important book in my early middle school years, or junior high years as we called them, in the early 80s. Judy Blume has been on set a few days. I didn't want to go up and introduce myself because she's got so many people constantly doing that, but it was just such a thrill for me to see her and be close to her and just watch her sit at the monitors and watching the movie be filmed, and she just lit up and you can tell she was so tickled. Many people have reached out to her over the decades to make this film, and she did not feel that anyone was going to represent it the way that the book, the way she wrote the book. And so this is the first director-producer, the producer's Mel Brooks, and it's the first director that she felt would really take this book and convey it in film the way that Judy Blume herself would. So I'm very tired. We work long days, we work in the heat. I almost didn't film this YouTube today, but I'm doing Summer Skin Series Over 40, right? Summer Skin Over 40, and with Memorial Day approaching, actually here, the day this posts, which will be Saturday the 29th, we got to start talking sunscreen. And I did some videos this week on TikTok for 80s makeup and 80s hair, and I showed a picture of myself from 1985, and then it was my green screen, so it was behind me the whole time, and so many people said, wow, you don't look much different. What is your secret? And a couple things are my secret. One, I really have used SPF every day of my life since the late 80s. I stopped tanning my face when I was about 20 years old, and I always wore an SPF 15, but I didn't probably use enough. I didn't reapply. We didn't know any better, and it was only a 15. Like, that was a lot back then. And another thing is I've used skincare religiously since the 80s. Since high school, I remember always washing my face every night of my life, always wearing oil of Olay to bed because that's what my grandma and my mom did, and I loved the smell of it. I always have taken care of my skin. Even in college, I would not remember how I got home, but I always woke up with a squeaky clean face. It was just something, it was just habit, it's something I did. So I have taken very, very good care of my skin, but the reason I wanted to film right here, and I think I might start doing this because some of you didn't like the white background behind me because, I don't know, I gotta work with it. I'm a photographer and I'm still trying to figure out lighting and white balance. But this gives me a little bit more depth. But I'm sitting in front of a window in my living room, and I don't have on any makeup, just skincare. And obviously I don't have SPF on yet because I want to apply it. I did the tiniest bit of eye makeup because I'm taking my daughter shopping. But you can see the lines, the pores, You know, I've got the little discoloration. I don't mind it too much. I'm just, you know, I'm English and Welsh and Irish, so I have that little pinky purple right there. And when I look down, you can see the indentations because our eyeballs are starting to sink into our skull as we get older, and our cheek pads drop. And when our cheek pads drop, that hollows this out even more. The things I'm learning on TikTok. So I might go and do some eye filler this summer, but I haven't decided yet. I have, you know, chubby cheeks. I've had chubby cheeks my whole life, and that has served me very well as I've been aging, because my face is aging well because of the little chubby apple cheeks. But I've got the gels, you can see, look, and I've got this little pocket, these little pockets that hang, and I've got the gels, and certainly I never wear SPF on my neck. What? My chest? No, I've got tons of sun damage on my neck and chest and hands. Hands look very old. Driving in Los Angeles my whole life, never put sunscreen on my hands. So I appreciate those of you that say I look young, and I'm youthful for sure, but I could look better. We just didn't know. So hopefully I can help someone out there kind of slow down the signs of aging, and the best way to do that, all dermatologists and plastic surgeons agree, all skincare gurus agree, all estheticians agree, SPF. SPF, SPF, SPF. Now, I'm thinking because you're on Clean Beauty Babe, you care about clean beauty. For those of you who don't know what that is, it just means that we choose to use products deemed clean because they use safe ingredients that are not linked to endocrine problems, cancer, infertility, neurological problems. And I don't say that because for fear mongering. I don't believe in scare tactics or fear. If you have a Neutrogena SPF at home that you just bought, by all means use it, or give it to your husband, or take it back if you have a receipt. But I'm not one of those people that says, throw it out, you're gonna die. No, just use what you have, and then the next time you go to the store, I think it's very reasonable to look for products that do have safer ingredients, because I don't know about you, but I want the rest of my life to be the best of my life, and I'm going to age as well as I can, really being mindful all the time of my health, okay? So I'm going to show you some of my favorites I used all winter, and that was the beauty counter. Some of you know I'm a beauty counter consultant. I wasn't joining for, you know, an MLM experience or to grow a big team. I literally just wanted a 25% discount. That's it. I just wanted a 25% discount. And so I talk about it because it really is exceptional skincare. And I'm going to tell you, with all the companies that send me free skincare, I still go back to Beauty Counter so many nights a week because I think it's the best. I really mean that sincerely. I love the Beauty Counter. Okay, so these are great. SPF 30, SPF 25. This is more for winter. Most experts really do want you to do a 30 or above. I want to show you this because I really love how this looks in the winter. It leaves a white cast, so if you have deeper skin, it's not going to work. I'm going to show you right here because we're going to be putting sunscreen everywhere. But do you see that white cast it leaves? Eventually it soaks in, but you can see I'm a little lighter there than here. It hides so many imperfections. It hides that little bit of redness around the nose and chin. It hides sunspots. I love this in winter, and you can see I'm almost out of it, so I'll be buying more for winter, but I will not be using it for summer because I want higher. Another thing, if you are one of those lazy gals, and I'm not saying that to be cruel or snarky, but I have women tell me I'm lazy, I need as few products as possible. I gotcha, okay? This La Roche Posay is for all skin types. It is the Double Repair Face Moisturizer SPF 30. My daughter and I have used this for years. She loves the one without SPF. It's really nice. Only $20, but this does have the 30 in it. But hear me out. This is why experts don't really love when SPF is in a makeup or in a face moisturizer. How much are you getting? How much SPF are you getting? So the rule of thumb is to put it on 2 fingers length, and that's enough for your face and neck, okay? Not many women use that much, okay? Real quickly, I want to show you another one that I picked up at Ulta, and I love it, and I would buy it again. And it's not cheap, okay? It's not cheap. This is the Kula. It's organic, it's clean, it's SPF 30, okay? These are made in Australia. Now this is the Resilience. See how it has like a suntan look to it? It is a BB cream in light and medium with a sunscreen. They come in all colors, they come in all shades, but this one intrigued me. And I like that it has this wand. So here's what I've been doing as of late. I put a bunch. Do you see that? And I love this Coola on my neck and chest, especially if I'm going to be driving, and my daughter and I have about a 45-minute drive each way to this little mall I'm going to take her to. And again, it also kind of hides imperfections. It kind of makes my chest look at that. Don't I look a little bit more youthful on the chest? Because let me tell you, I have ruined my chest with sunburns. But I really like this. Sometimes I use it on the face. But I found that sometimes it was pilling up. It's funny, it doesn't pill on the body. So it's obviously I'm layering it wrong with something, or if you're layering anything that has talc or silicone can pill up. And who knows, I put so many products on my face, but this is amazing on my body, and it does not pill, and it's very pretty on the face because it is a light BB cream with SPF 30. So I've been loving that. Another thing that I've been loving, and this was on sale at Whole Foods, is the Juice Beauty Tinted. This is in sand. It's an SPF 30. It's a mineral sunscreen. I've really liked this lately, but let me show you. It also is going to be a little bit too light. Do you see that? It's going to be a little bit too light for summer, but I will start using this again in the fall, and let me tell you, it's like this. You put it on and you're a little bit pale at first, but it just like knocks out all those imperfections. You don't see sunspots. What? No sunspots here. Discoloration. No, I love those. Okay. So I'm going to narrow it down to some of my favorites. I'd been hearing about Supergoop for a while on TikTok and Instagram. I had not purchased it right yet. I kind of wanted to get closer to summer, but I did see this mini size on Amazon, and I thought, let me get the mini size first. Okay, this is the normal size. This is the mini, and I did the glow screen. I think when I did the summer series #1 and Dewy Skin, I love this glow screen. I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. I'm not putting it on my face today. It's lightly tinted, and it just gives you the most beautiful glow. Look at the difference. Do you see that beautiful sheen? Do you see that? My hands still look old, but do you see this is just normal, and this is like, so this is so gorgeous. I loved it so much, I went and got the full size. It's an SPF 40. Supergoop is made right here in the US. They're based out of Texas, and it's clean sunscreen, and I love it. I love it so much that I also bought this big daddy. This is 18 ounces, and this has been a lifesaver because I keep it in my office right by my front door, and as I come and go, like if I know I'm gonna be driving, I'll grab some and I'll throw it really quick on my arms, and I'll throw it on my hands, and I'll throw it on my chest if I don't use my Coola in the bathroom. Then I will throw this on, and I'm going to tell you something. This is an SPF 50. It is it has sunflower extract. It's broad spectrum SPF 50, and it is water resistant up to 80 minutes. I will be taking this to the pool all summer. It's not cheap, but you know what? I just felt like it was a one and done. I think this 18 ounces might be $58, but it's big and heavy. Look at it compared to my head. And it has a pump, and it's lovely. It doesn't feel sticky at all. It does not feel sticky. It almost feels like I'm just putting a nice body lotion on. It's unscented, but look at that. Do you see that? It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it just, I don't know, it just sinks right in, and I'm absolutely loving this. And the fact that it's in a pump, I'm actually using it every single day, and I'm really proud of myself because I'm not good about using sunscreen on my body unless I'm literally going to the beach or the pool. I'm really bad about that. Okay, I'm gonna show you two different ones today that have been kind of my favorite. Dermalogica, I'm gonna tell you this, Dermalogica sent me this, and I'm pretty impressed. It is the Dynamic Skin Recovery. It's an SPF 50. It's hydrating, it's firming, age defense. Okay, this is the first firming SPF I've seen, and for those of you out there, you know, my demographic is over 40 and 50. This has some firming in it. It's called their Age Smart line, and I have used it a few times now in the past week, and I love it. So I'm gonna do it on one half of my face, and remember, you wanna use a finger, right? A whole finger worth, really 2 fingers worth for your face, right? So 1 finger will be, it has a really nice smell. It's not fragrance. They put something in here. It's super light, but it doesn't smell chemically. It smells really pretty, but really light. And it just, it feels like skincare. It does, it feels like skincare, but it is their Dynamic Skin Recovery SPF 50. I am really, really impressed. I would go and buy this. Dermalogica sent me a few other products I'll talk about soon, but I am blown away. Dermalogica was huge in the 90s. It was medical grade skincare. It sold at a lot of spas and doctor's offices. But you can get it at Ulta or Dermalogica.com, or I'm sure Amazon, and I am really impressed with it. I can put some links to it too for you guys. But the fact that it's firming and it's just really pretty. There's no tint to it, so you can still see, you know, sunspots and some discoloration. But I have really, really loved this, and I would buy this. They sent this to me for free. I would actually buy this. I love it. And then probably my #1 choice, and I've been using this every day, and I'll tell you why it's my #1. It's the Elta MD. I probably wore this in one of my videos under the matte foundation for summer. This is oil-free, it's for all skin types, and it's an SPF 40, it's broad spectrum, it's lightly tinted. It doesn't say tinted. Oh, and it's their UV Restore. So what the Restore does is it gives you kind of like a suppleness to the skin. So I think they're kind of targeting that to us older gals. But again, you're going to do about the length of your finger. And do you see how that has a tint? And it's not like a white tint. It's a really, really nice color. That's super sheer, and it blends in really easily. And so what I've been doing on hot days when I'm filming is I just use this. I don't use foundation. I don't use BB cream. It's just beautiful. Okay, so that's enough for that side of my face. Do you see how it does, like, see here, you can see a little bit more, look at that, sexy, a little more discoloration here, but see how this side evens it out more? I love this. So I'm gonna put it on my other half in a minute, but this has been my everyday, and here's what I do. I take it to work with me. I'm gonna put more on this other side now. It's about 2 pumps per side. So I would say 3 to 4 pumps for the whole face. Now remember, dermatologists and anyone in the skincare business says to reapply every 2 to 3 hours, especially if you're out in the sun. So I'll wear a little bit of blush with this, and I'll put on a little bronzer in a minute. See how this side's now more smoothed out than it was before? It's just that little bit of tint. It doesn't even say tinted, but it just comes with tint. LD is so smart. Elta MD is so smart. They've been one of the top sunscreens that plastic surgeons and dermatologists have recommended, even back in like 2004 when I was going to the dermatologist in Beverly Hills for Botox. This lined all of their walls. and they would say reapply, reapply. But I just think that is beautiful. Do you think that's beautiful? Look, you can see some pores. You can see my nose is a little discolored, but I'm just gonna run out to do some quick errands today. But it kind of gives you that creamy look and dewy, and I mean the dewy mats down after a while, but I will reapply this. So I might be at work for a few hours, mask on and off, keep this in my bag, and if we're going outdoors to shoot, I will just take a couple more pumps and I'll rub it all over my face, and my blush stays on under it and everything. So it's been a lifesaver for me. I absolutely love that. Okay, I think that is everything. Let's talk real quick about self-tanner. It is very, very, very exceedingly hard to find a clean self-tanner in the clean beauty industry. And so I will tell you that I was researching it on ewg.org, and Alba, A-L-B-A, Alba does make a clean self-tanner. I personally haven't tried it. They were out of it at Target, or they don't sell it at Target, but you can get Alba at any health food store or probably online, maybe Amazon, I haven't checked. But Alba self-tanner, I am gonna get that because I do wanna see how it works. But Josie Moran sent me this, and I've been using it for a couple months. And I know that you probably think I look really pale, but for me, I have tan. This is a light tan for me right now, okay? This is a light tan. I know it's not much, but I was even pastier than this yesterday. This is her self-tanning oil. It smells really nice. It has argan oil in it. You pour it on this mitt and you just buff it all over your skin. It absorbs almost instantly. Look at her, isn't she gorgeous? It absorbs almost instantly, and you're a little sticky, but I just do it before bed. And I wear it to bed, and I mean, I think it looks really, really nice. Of course, I have this over it too, which is so pretty. I love this. So I will let you know if I ever do try that Alba self-tanner, but for now I am only using the Josie Moran, and I need to see if she has one just for face, or I could try this for face and get back to you. But I love this. I'll be using this all summer. I'm gonna buy this again. I'm probably a third of the way, I'm probably 2/3 of the way through the bottle, so this is gonna be gone very soon, and I'm going to need to repurchase that. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Actually, I changed my mind. You guys might want to watch me put on a little makeup. Okay, so I'm doing a little tiny bit of the Kosas bronzer. This is their medium bronzer. I'll do their lighter bronzer next fall and winter, but for summer, this is beautiful. It's like a dome shape. It's baked. It's really nice. It's the Kosas moisturizing bronzer. I have a big fat brush by It Cosmetics, and because it's so sheer and minerally, I don't even need to powder under it because I'm just going for really a quick kind of sun-kissed look. Isn't that pretty? I really like this. I bought that with my own money too. Everything I bought with my own money in this video, except for that Dermalogica. They just sent me that and I'm like, oh my gosh, what a nice surprise. I really love it. And what else? The Josie Moran, they sent me this a couple of months ago, and I'm so glad they did because their tanning oil was not on my radar, and I'm always looking for something clean in self-tanning, and it's really almost impossible to find something clean. I always go on the neck a little bit too. I'm not gonna do too much, just a little bit. But see, that just gives a nice glow, and now it's kind of caught up to my shoulder, which has a little bit more suntan on it. I'm probably gonna forego concealer today. I know you're probably thinking, girl, put some concealer on. I don't want to. I'm gonna do a little bit of this Mob Beauty. It's this tinted lip balm. It's really pretty. It's almost like I don't know, like a burnt cherry rose. Really, really pretty. And then even though I'm looking pretty glowy, yeah, I'm looking pretty glowy, I'm gonna do the tiniest bit of this RMS Luminizer just because this is the first clean highlighter I've ever owned, and I bought it back in, I think, 2015, and they just sent me another one. So that's another thing in this video that I did not buy. I did originally, but they sent, oh my gosh, look at that. They sent that to me. So I just like to put it on with my fingers, and it just gives a luminous glow, just really, really like skin, luminous like skin. It really, even close up it looks like skin. It's so pretty. Do you see that? That looks just like skin. That is skin right there. I haven't put the luminizer up there. I put it on my brow bone. I like to put it in my inner eye for that pretty little natural highlight that young children get on the inner eye, but we don't have it as we get older. So I'm loving that. I'll put all the links in my profile, or in the I almost said show again, in the description. Sometimes I even like to do a setting spray. I find any of the setting sprays by NYX are clean. They make a matte, they make a dewy, and this is the radiant, which is in between matte and dewy. I just love to kind of set everything. So anyway, I am off to take my daughter shopping for some shorts. She doesn't have summer clothes this summer, but I could not go into Memorial Day weekend without telling you about all of my favorites. My Dermalogica, my Elta. Where's my Elta? Here's my Supergoop. Oh my gosh, love, 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 love. Let me know what your favorites are. Thanks for watching. Oh, and I forgot, subscribe, 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 please. It helps the algorithm show YouTube that our demographic is interested in videos directed towards our demographic. So let's grow that. Thanks.